August 26th.
Okay, we're going to get it started here. Moto number 1. 16, 17 over experts. We've got Heckler and Segrist up there on the hill. You also got Wild Billy Ellis. And the 62C, Johnny Crisili. On the hill. Well, we're missing John. We got missing Mike Savage here, but the rest of the gate's out. We got Ellis on the outside, Crisili sandwiched in the middle, and the Fox is on the inside. Into the back stretch, National 3-0. Mark Heckler's got the lead. Wild Billy Ellis got number 2. Mike Segrist is in for number 3, and number 4 being held down by Johnny Crisili. Moto number 2, 16-17 over expert, Johnny Page, Todd Astor, Tommy Knowlton, and Hot Rod Todd Berrio. Out of the second corner, out of the first corner to the back stretch of 29K, the disc on the front tire. That's old Mr. Tommy Knowlton got the lead out there. The Bod's got number 2, and Hot Rod's got number 3, and Johnny Page in there for number 4. Out of the PK turns, 29K, Tommy Knowlton bringing them home. It's a run between the two Todds.
Team beginner.
John Lavey.
Danny has a loose hub.
Come on, Danny!
He's got the lead.
Come on, Danny!
He's got number 2. And out of that third turn, Danny Kane got the lead. Moto 20 in the back stretch, Diamond Dan Plaskett had the lead, but Mario Forgione just snapped it on by him.
Well, I think we're going home.
Back for number 2. Widening that lead, Forgione brings him around on the second corner, DOS.
They're 1 for $1 and 3 for 2.
Moto 39, we got a full gate, a 14-year-old novice. Greg Shovers in there. Steve Blondin, Mike Daly, Andrew Farber, Dexter Jansen, Don Dumont, and Joshua Banks out of that corner of the O2 CD. That's Donnie Dumont out there doing his thing. Dumont doing a good trick here at Silver City. Ellis keeping those boys on top of things. Dumont brings them out of the far turn. The 05 is in for number 2. That's Steve Blondin. 39D's in there for number 3, and that's Mike Daly. So Blondin throws me a curve, but not wearing those Boss colors. He's still holding down number 2. Daly's in for number 3. Kuhauer colors in there for number 4, and the rest of the gang follows in.
Second time around, 17X.
50-50. Where's Ginger? Jeff wants to dump about, I think, 40, 50 bucks on 50-50. Don't forget it. Don't lose them all. Tammy Geschwin, number 1-1 out here, Moto 41, 16 and over, girls, 15, 14, 14, 15, 16 and over girls. Tammy Geschwin, Vicky Quagliaroli, 1 and 2. Second time around, Fox is leading him out of that turn again. Mr. Mark Heckler's got the lead. Ellis is in for number 2. The 62C of Johnny Crisili is in for number 3, and Mike Segrist is in number 4 right now. Segrist goes by
Second time around. Second group, second time around.
We got Heckler, Ellis,
Knowlton,
Segrist, and Crisili in that last moto. The second set of 16 and 17 over experts, moto number 2's on the track. Tommy Knowlton's got the lead. Astro's got number 2. Hot Rod Todd Berrio's in for number 3, and Johnny Page has got number 4. Out of that far turn, it's still going to be Knowlton with the lead, and Astro's in for number 2. Looks like no switch anywhere here. Going to be the same all the way around. Last chance out of the PK corner. They're settling in very nicely. That's the way they're going to finish. Knowlton, Astor, Berrio, and Page.
Riders ready?
Moto number 20, 14-year-old beginners. Diamond Danny Plaskett on the outside. Mario Forgione on the inside. Forgione's got the lead. Plaskett's in for number 2.
Come on, Danny.
Into the back stretch, Didi's trying to get up to him and get him, but Mario's got that lead.
They wouldn't be.
Left. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Inside move. Come on. That's it.
Where's Mr. Quick? Got Diamond Dan here doing his job.
Come on, Danny.
Around, though. Fort Jones got number 1. Plaskett's got number 2. Church slows in for number 2.
14 novice.
Callahan's got number 3, and Jason Momo's got number 4, but the Slicks is going to take this baby home. Greg Shover's out there bringing it home with these guys. Shover's got number 1, but number 2 is held down by Donnie Dumont. And Dumont wants his lead back, but Shover's got the lead and got the coals cooking. Shover's got number 1, Dumont's got number 2. The 60B of Joshua Banks has got number 3. Boss colors are in there for number 4. That's going to be Mr. Blondin. Number 5 being held down by the old 4 CT of Andy Farber. And the 47, Jay of Dexter.
I don't think so. Looked like a 4th. Over X 3rd time around.
Danny Gushin's going to bring it around. Vicky Quagley-Rowley's in for number 2. Second time through. We're going back now for the 3rd time around. Gauge down, we got them all back in there again, and we got the Wild Man out there for number 2 because this with a hole shot slipping on the inside into that turn. We got the Fox out there with the lead. We got Wild Billy Ellison for number 2. Number 3 is going to be, I believe, Mr. Cruselli. Number 4 is Mike Segrist. Number 6 is going to be 24. Yes, I keep
Mike Savage showed up.
Mike Savage. Mike, you're back. Yeah. Had you signed up and everything. Moto number 2 in the backstretch. Page had the lead, but Knowlton came back and just took it from him now. Page is back in number 2. Now he's back in number 3 because Aspen's got number 2. And number 4's got the hot rod Todd Berrio back there. Knowlton out of that second turn into the S's, still got the lead. Got that disc coming. Tommy Knowlton with the lead, number 1. Aspen's for number 2. The fight right now is for number 3. Berrio may have it. Page settles in for 4.
14 beginner, 3rd time around.
Andy's got the lead, brings him around 3 out of 3 today. Sean Rogers in for number 2. All the 20s in the back stretch.
Oh, Danny's axle, I can hear it. I can hear it.
No, he's backed off again. Berrio for Gione's got the lead. Out of the second turn, coming into the S's, it's the F52.
Well, finish the race anyway, Dan.
Brings him around. T.D. Plaskett in for number 2. Which place is it, Yeah, I know. Not around here. Did he? The Quickster. How about tomorrow? You gonna ride tomorrow? Big time tomorrow. Gotta be around. The Quickster's out with a foot injury today, but word is, if you have tomorrow, where the lightning strikes twice. Martin and Peace.
50 novice, 3rd time around.
Wentworth's in for 2 and Callahan in for number 4.
Stevie put a 45 on.
Donnie Dumont trying to get by him, but Greg Shover just put it right on past him, got the pedal to the metal. Moto 39, 14-year-old novice in the back.
Looks like that 45 is weighing him down a little bit.
Out of the drop-off. Boss colors of Mr. Blondin's in for number 3 right now, but number 2's held down by Donnie Dumont. He can't get back out there. Shover is just walking on by him. Out of the PK turn, Greg Shover for number 1. Number 2, Donnie Dumont. Number 3, Steve Blondin. And the rest of the pack follows.
17 and over X main.
The best dressed Tommy Knowlton and Hot Rod Todd Berrio.
Somebody's a no-show.
Let's get them underway.
7 riders. 41 motos today.
Gates down, 17 and over. Ellis has got the snap on the inside, but then so does Cruselli, and so does Segrist. But on the inside, it's Wild Billy holding him up. Inside move by Cruselli. Can Johnny hold on to that one spot? It's side by side. It's going to be Cruselli and Ellis. Ellis ekes out over the drop-off. He's got the lead. Wild Billy Ellis, number 1. John Cruselli's in for number 2. Segrist and the Fox are trying to sort it out for number 3 and 4. Nolan's back for number 5. And here comes Hot Rod Todd. But out of that back stretch, Into the doubles, it's going to be Wild Billy Ellis and Johnny Casilli, 1 and 2. Has anybody seen Todd Asler? Oh, there he is. Oh.
So let's get on with the show. We have the national anthem. If everyone would please rise today, we have the national anthem is going to be sung by Danielle Testori. And it says here she has numerous parts and plays, and she's involved in the Plainville Youth Theater and done a lot of great work. And today she is going to do for Thunder Alley the national anthem. Would everyone please rise? Danielle?
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous light on the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, snow bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night not our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right. Thank you, Danielle. Very good. Thank you. The season sponsored by the Bristol JCs. We're going with 14 novice going to a main. I got Dex Jensen, Andy Farber, Jade, Harrell, Mike Bennick up on the top side, and it looks like on the bottom it's going to be Steve Blondin. Yeah, the boss man sitting up there in gate 5. Gates down. This is 14 novice breaking out there. Got the bossman going out with Harrell. Harrell in the 09s out there, but it's the bossman. The bossman on the inside. Now it's going to be Farber on a 3 slide. Farber slips on that 3 side. We still got a lot of heat on the one side. 14 novice action now. Harrell comes out on the top side. Blondin slips it for 2. Farber hanging on there. I got in that 3 side. That's going to be Mike Bennick and the Whitman rider out there of Dex Jensen. Up and over, what do they call it? The launcher now. I got some new names. I got Harrell going down the backside. Blondin in for 2. We'll give Farber a 3, and we move on to Moto 2. More 14 novice. Daly, Banks, Overheiser, and Delage. Guy out of Bristol. Or out of on Moto 2. These dudes are going to...
Whoa.
Looks to me like I got 2 out of 4 maybe. We'll check on this.
Skip a moto maybe? They skip a moto?
No, this is it. Here we come on around the outside. It's going to be the 1-2 up there. It's going to be Joe Delage. A DDR rider on for 2 will be Josh Banks. Banks out there on that 2 slot. It's going to be Delage and Banks going to a main. Only 2 out of 4. Ain't too bad there. They're going to transfer on there and pick up some points on the way. So it's going to be Delage and Banks, and we go on to Moto 3. These look fire. It's going to be Mr. Joe Doherty on for 3. It's going to be Les Webb, old Bizarro, the red shirts out there. Joe Doherty gets a little bit sideways up and off this launcher here, but it's going to be Knowlton. Knowlton will take him in, and Les Webb, go get him there, Mr. Montgomery. Go.
Just to see what might happen. We got a full gate of them here.
Here we go, break him down. It looks like it's a giant killer out there. McLaughlin wants to go with him. That'll be John Andrews. Now slips it for 2. DDR rider, he forgot where his pedals out there, and it's going to be up on that one side. It's still going to be McLaughlin.
Well, somebody right over the woods, in the woods.
It's a 96. That'll be Russo on for 2. Russo in that 2 slot. Let's get Page, Knowlton, Doherty, Asklar, Seacrest, and Olson. A little bit faster. Looks Looks like the pit stop's not too much of a crowd over there. He wants to check out some chow over there. Plusket out of gate 8. Knowlton, no, the Husky wants to go, but it's Plusket. It's Mr. Quick Cycle Craft. He's got Dougherty now. Knowlton, all kinds of secrets out there. Look at that number 2 slot. Secret slides in for 2. It's Plusket now. Here comes Knowlton. Team U out there on. That's going to be Knowlton. No, can't hold on to it. It's going to be Secrets. Dougherty now in the hunt out there. Asklar, Ian Page. They out of this one on the backside. They're dicing for last honors. Here we go to that line now. It's going to be Plusket. I got Secrets. Dougherty takes a 3. Knowlton drops it off. Page and Danny Bishop. Scott Nadeau. Wayne Nadeau. Charlie Krause. Jason Bonatata and Paul Warshaw.
Warja.
Who?
Warja.
Warja?
Warja.
Well, that's a different one. We used to have a Warja. 38 breaks it down. I got Bishop on the one side. Bishop out there, but I got Warshaw going on that 2 side. It's going to be Nadeau on the outside. Oh, Bishop, he says, let me out, let me out. Chuck E. Cheese down underneath. He'll take a backside out there. That's going to be Warshaw and Nadeau. The old 3, that's going to be Wayne Payne out there doing a 1-2 slide out there. Bishop now moves it back into 3. Bishop on for 3. Wayne out there, but Warshaw holding him off at the line. Pumps an iron down the backside. Looks like we got a flip-flop on that 3 slot. It may be Mr. Bonatata, but we'll check him next time. Beginners, the Diamond Man, Diamond Danny Plusket, and Gary Collette. Moto 43. Oh, Diamond Man trying to climb up and over the gate out there, but coming out of gate 8, it's going to be Gary. Gary on the front side. Here comes Diamond Danny, though. He's got the inside line. Let's see if he pedals on through the turn. Yeah, makes a turn down underneath it. Now I got the red and whites of Diamond Dan out on the front side. Let's see if he's got the legs now. He's got all kinds of action by Collette. They both take the inside of the decision maker. Up and over, Tornado, Lightning Leap out there, off the launcher. Up and over, it's going to be Gary. Now Gary takes it back out there. Dan on the 2 side. Now Dan comes powering on the inside. They're going to drag it down the backside. Whoa, we're going to take Gary.
Good try, Danny. That's excellent moto.
Danny in for
Nothing
2
to be ashamed of there.
45. 8 beginner, 9 beginner.
You're giving them a hard time. Good job.
Yes, more than 17. And George Givens on for 2. We're second time around. We should have scores down there. Going to a main. It's the boss man. Brings them on out. That will be Steve Blondin. Harrell in for 2. In that 3 slot in the white hat, it looks like it's going to be Mike Bennick. Bennick up on a 3 slot. On that 4 now, it's going to be Farber dropping back in. The Whitman rider will be Dex Jensen. It's going to be the boss man now. Harrell can't find a way around. Up and over the launcher, the Blondin. He's going to take in. Oh, he slips a pedal, gives it up out there. Whoa, we got somebody bails out there. Bennick bails it out there in that 3 slot. Farber will take up 3. Jensen takes a 4. Harrell and Mr. Blondin lets loose out there on the line. We've got a Moto 2 more, 14 and over novice.
Novice again, just for Haas. Full gate.
Moto 32 breaking them on down there. I got the Giant Killer up on the front side, but it's Allen racing out there. But here comes McLaughlin. McLaughlin now. Oh, the Giant Killer again. Can't find his pedals today. He's going to get strapped on the 3rd time around. And it's going to be McLaughlin coming out there. In that 2 side, it looks like 1 for 3, and we go to 33, 17 over X. It's going to be Sechrist, Asklar, Dougherty, Knowlton, Page, and Plusket. This is 33 breaking down the gate. This is 17 over X, and who's going out? I got 5 riders right now out of the gate. It's going to be Sechrist. Sechrist, Dougherty. Now Plusket is in the hunt on the outside. He's riding the high rail out there. It's going to be Knowlton on for 4. John Page and Asklar. Here we go, wheeling out there. It's Sechrist, looking smooth out there. Dougherty trying to put the move. Plusket trying to get in the hunt. He's got all kinds of traffic in front of him. He's a Skywalker out there up and off the launch. Now he's giving Dougherty some run down to the line. Sechrist will go to the line. I couldn't call 2 and 3. I got Knowlton on a 4 slot, but between those 2 riders there, it'll be Plusket or Dougherty. They may have to flip a coin and pick. But she'll run into some stiff competition at the state race. 16X, 17 novice, 38. It's going to be on the one side. It looks like it'll be Paul. It'll be Paul. We'll just call him Paul. Tall Paul on the one side. Bishop, Nadeau, Krause, Bonatata, and Warshaw. Here we go. We got Nadeau on that 3 side, and that 4 slot, 3 slot. It's a 4-0 of Jason Bonatata. Racing Jason on for a 3. We got Bishop now up on that 4. Oh, he slips it back for 5 with Chuck E. Cheese But Wayne going after that number 1 rider, but Paul will take it in. Wayne takes a 2. Hey, both, and we go to 43. 14 beginners. Diamond, Danny Plisket, and Gary Collette now. Dyson out for the gold out there. It's Collette. He'll break it out of the gate first. I got the Diamond Man in for 2. It's Collette and Plisket. 1 and 2. Down underneath it. Let's see if Dan can put that swoop move. Oh, Gary cuts it off down underneath it. Now the uni boy, he's got to get up and get a cranking. Yanking, cranking up there. Takes it up over Lightning Leap. Up and over, it's Diamond Danny Plisket, but Gary Collette still up and off the launcher out there. Now they got to drag it on home by the home time crowd out there. Beastly BMX down there. See their tent down there with Gary and Dan, and we go to full time and help them set it up because they got a big year. I know this track is going to go big time next spring. So you'll watch the newspapers and they'll let you know what's happening. Bicycles Today, the official paper of NBL, it'll be in there. We're going 3rd time around. These dudes are going to a main. This is a 14 novice, which will be going to a main. A little on the shy side, but they're going. Moto 1 3rd time around. We got for the Whitman's camp up there, Dex Jensen, Andy Farber, Jade Harrell in the 09s, Mike Bennick, and the boss man himself. That'll be Steve Blondin sitting on gate 2. 3rd time around, 14 novice. They're going to kick it down. They kick it down out there, and the boss man wants to go for it. He's going out with Harrell. Harrell out there. It looks like it's going to be Bennick out there on a 3 with Farber. Dex on for 5. Here we go. Boss man drops it down through underneath. It's going to be Harrell. Harrell powers down and swoops underneath him. Now coming up on Lightning Leap. It's Harrell, the boss man, Bennick, Farber, and Dex Jensen. And we got a big time bail up and off the top of the leap out there. Mr. Harrell takes a big time in. He's going to walk it on home. He's going to get up and ride. Give him a hand, though. It hurts when you're 14 novice. That Blondin takes it in, and we're going to go on to Moto.
18 to 20 cruiser.
Pace. He's going. He's 2, and it's going to be Scott takes the win. We got Doherty coming out of that gate, but here comes Knowlton and Webb right with him. 18 to 20. This is Moto 10. Moto 10 out there. It's going to be Joe Doherty on the Jolton. Joe Doherty up there. We got Tommy Knowlton, the Husky, in for 2. Riding for 2, Rad Racing. Les Webb, the old Bizarro dude, on a 3 slot. Gonna drop it down up and over the launcher out there. Let's see if Joe can keep it up and keep it on, take it on home. Knowlton right there with him. Les shuts it down. We got him dragging to the line, and Smoking Jolton Joe takes gates down. I got wall-to-wall 15 novices out there. Alan Andrews up there, but McLaughlin breaks it through. It looks like it's Russo out there on the far side for Whitman. Russo and Allen dicing on that 2 slot. Down underneath it comes a 76 of Mr. Brett Desmond. Desmond on 4 slot. Andrews back there. Smedhurst.
Over X, 3rd time around.
Andrews, Smedhurst, and Mr. Barney. And we go to 33-17 over X's. Brought to you by Mr. Tom Knowlton. But here comes Plisket and Secrets. Secrets now, Plisket, Knowlton on the outside is Doherty. Doherty moves in that 3 slot. The Shelton Sheik on for 5. It looks like Todd Aslar, Silver City, the Connecticut number 7 on the backside. It's Secrets and Plisket. Mr. Quick doing for 2. Now he's going to try the inside of the launcher. There's Skywalker's out there. Doherty hanging on a 3. Doherty now trying to put the moves on it. I got Secrets, Plisket, Doherty, Knowlton, Shelton, Sheik, and Aslar, and we go to 34, 8, 9 little ladies up there. It's Livy Cavelli and Shannon, and the dust is starting to rise. It's getting late in the day. I got the Jammer out there on for 1. Now he's in 3.
17 novice, I
Nadu
think.
up on the 1 side, and Warsha now on for 2. Bonatata. Here comes the other Nadu out there in the front. It's still Nadu on the 1 side. I believe that's Scott on the 1 side. Wayne on the 4 slide. Got Warsha sitting on for 3. No on a 2 side. Now Bonatata going to the line. Warsha will take a 2. Which one was it, Scott or Wayne? And Javier in for 4. And we go to 43. 14 beginners, 14 novice. You should be up on the hill for the main. It's going to be Gary Collette and Dan Plisket out there. Diamond. Dan Plisket looks like he's just a cruising this time out there. A little bit of style. He's going to say, Gary, you go for it. Here he comes, though, coming out of that 2nd turn. I still got Gary out here in the green hat. I'll bet he glows at night, and he puts that down next to his bed in his bedroom and uses it for a nightlight. It's going to be Gary on the 1 side. Diamond Danny in for 2. and 14 beginners. They put a wrap on this double pointer, and we move on to Moto 45. The Andy Farmer for the 09s, Jade Harrell, Mr. Mike Bennick, the boss man himself, Mr. Steve Blondin over in Gate 8, Josh Banks and Joe Delage. Kick them down, let them roll. It's rock and roll time with the boss man taking him out on one side. It's Bennick in for 2. I got Farber on a 3 side. It looks like Harrell caught on for 4. It's going to be Banks and Delage. Oh, somebody's caught out there. Bennick drops it from second back to the backside. It's still the boss man now. Farber's on his backside trying to come on up there on the tight. And it's the boss man. Here comes Harrell. Harrell drops it down off lightning leap out there. It's launch time. It's going to be the boss man out there, but Harrell now picks up the number 2, drops Farber back in for 3. It's going to be the boss man, Harrell, Farber, Delage, Banks, and give Mr. City September 10th. Have a good trip. Catch another day, another way. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, September 2nd, Meriden. Point season's over, just a tune-up for the States next week. Mixed class, 13X, 14 novice.
Todd Bryan, 1 and 2 now. That third turn is going to stay that way. Bringing him on home is going to be the Toddster. 13X, 14 novice, moto number 12, Farber, Blondin, Cook, and Labby. Ah, Sean, you see there is a Jason Labby. I knew I saw a Jason Labby somewhere. Out of the turn, Boss Colors got the lead. Boss Colors belongs to Mr. Steve Blondin. Street Vision wearer number 2, that's number 7, that's Jason Labby. Number 3 is the 04 CT, that's Richie Cook. And we got Mr. Farber in for 4.
17 and over.
Moto 18 in the backstretch, it's Caution Barney again. Moto 18, 15, 16-year-old beginners, and Billy Kosh got the lead. Mike Barney is right behind him. Out of the third turn, the 39K, we got the fellow down to 92B. Is in number 2.
There's Randy that went down.
Moto 19, 17 and over. Novice and expert to run side by side. We got the Quickster out there right now. Great Plaskett out of the far turn. Plaskett's got 1. Number 2 is 99J of Tom Johnson's got 2. Todd Berry of the Hot Rod dude's got number 3. The 14B of Danny Bishop's got number 3 now, as we lost Todd. Great Plaskett finishes number 1 on top of this deal. Tom Johnson's got number 2. Danny Bishop finishes in for number 3. Todd Berry's got number 4. And then Midnightus that was in for number 5. And it's Mr. Scary. It's got Mr. Scary.
We're going to take away the advantage of it.
13X, 14 novice.
I thought he was going to finish. Bosco is taking this ball number 12 into the first turn. They come out a little bit high. Steve Bonnet's a little bit up there. Richie Cook's trying to get underneath it. He's pedaled in the worst way. Cook's trying to put the coals into the fire, get the bread baked, but he can't get by on the Bosco and still hold the lead. Inside moves Richie Cook, and he hang on to it to the S's. Here comes Blondin back after to get him, and he does. Cook goes a little bit high. Street Visionary slides on the inside and take down number 2. That's going to be Jason Labby. So we got Boss Colors of Mr. Blondin in for 1, Labby's in for 2, Cook's in for 3, and Mr. Barber's in for 4.
10 and over, third time around. Tell you, they repositioned. Oh, Greg got they repositioned some cones down here, and it's going to force all the kids out. It's really dangerous.
Think about that third turn now. It's going to be Mr. Kosh, and Mike Barney's in for number 2.
Midnightus in first.
17 over expert. We got a big race by Mr. Midnightus right now out of that third turn.
Way to go, Greg. Stay with him.
The far turn in the lead. The Quickster, Mr. Greg Klaus gets in for number 2, and the Hot Rod Todd Berry's in for number 3. Out of the third turn, the 56B got the rule. That's going to be Midnightus number 1. Klaus gets in for number 2. Berry's in for number 3.
Gave him a good run, Greg.
Definitely
looked faster. You did. 13X, 14 novice, third time around. I got the high-speed shutter on in case it looks a little different.
Blaisdell goes a little high and wide out there, and now Sam Pete's got his hands kept side by side. Out of the turn, Sam Pete's got the wheel length out of the front of everything now. Out of the third turn, Brian Sam Pete's got the lead. Airtime by Todd Blaisdell, and it's going to be...
Go, Echo! Come on, Andrew! Move over!
In the back, out of the drop-off.
It's going to be Blondin, Labby.
Blondell out of the second turn. Blondell's got the lead right now, with Mr. Farber in for number 2.
Oh, Farber.
Mr. Cook's back there with Mr. Labby for number 3 and 4. But Blondin's going to take 1, Farmer's going to take 2, Rogers at 3, and at the Bakers, Richie Cook's got number 4.
Hey, Fred. 1 out of 3 races is not bad.
We're going to draw.
That's Mr. Farber.
92
17 and over X. Third time around.
Looks like he's going to do it. Connor's still hanging back there.
Randy got the first one. Greg got the second one. Greg got a good start.
Put the pedal down. Barney still got number 1. Connor's got number 2. That's how they're going to finish. Barney and Todd, 1 2. Moto 19, 17 and over novice, 17 and over expert. One more time, the red shirt, 66B, Randy Midnight has got to be out of that second turn. Greg Class gets the Quicksters in there for number 2.
Greg, you're a lot closer to him now than you've ever been.
3 is 99J and Tommy Johnson. Out of the third turn, Midnight is going to bring it down.
All right, good job. Good job. TJ in third. Barrio and Bishop. Okay, next stop, the States. September 10th, 89. Silver City, Meriden. The States, 1989. Beautiful day. State championship, double points. Top 10 for the year, get state plates. These are national riders they're introducing. Andy Allen and Curtis Jackson.
National 18. Eric Kramer, National number 30. Mikey Luca, National number 8. Joey Doherty, 13, Cruiser. Sean Burney, 2 plates, 20 in the Cruiser and 9 in class.
Sean's an Osho.
Jenny Martin, National number 12. Kitty Martin, National number 1. And National 16 on Cruiser, running with the boys in the 911 Cruiser class. John Rorty, finishing National number 2. Empire State, Mike Duke, finishing National number 25.
The Duke's
Bobby
there.
Lewis, finishing National 34. Danny Taylor, finishing National 21.
Oh, there's too many riders to go through this, so we'll check back in
Eddie Holmes,
a little
finishing
while.
National 32. Cindy Gessler finishes National 15. That's it. How about a big round of applause for the national riders here today at Silver City in their accomplishments over the national circuit for the 1989 BMX NBL season. Number 7 in the state standings, Spectrum Racing. Number 6, the state standings, Dave's Dynamos. Number 5, Beastly BMX. Number 4, Factory Racers. Number 3, JBK. Just a bunch of kids. The number 2 team in the Connecticut State Series this year is Rad Rob. And the number 1 team, as of today, is 2 Rad Racing. say we give those 18 riders a hand out there. What do you say? 17s and Connecticut State Series. There they are, 1 through 7. Let's get motos 1 through 10 up in staging. We got 57 motos today. Get underway. 17 and over experts. Segrist, Waterbury, Doherty, Olson, Duke, Raymond, Strand, and Ashler ready to come off the pad for you.
What motor's breaking?
1989 series is underway. The first gate is out, and it's going to be Darren Waterbury out there in the lead, with Randy Raymond on the inside and Segrist out for the third spot. Duke's hustling down to the 4, put the foot down, loses a little bit of ground, and Segrist is now in for number 2. Out there in number 1, it's got control of Darren Waterbury with the lead. Segrist has got number 2, and Raymond's in for number 3, and Duke's settling on the 4 spot right now. On the turn, it's going to be Darren Waterbury, Mike Segrist, Randy Raymond, and Mike Duke with Olson on the 5 spot. And that's how we're going to finish in. We got a drop back there. Moto number 2, 17 and over experts. Curtis Jackson, Mark Heckler, Mike Savage, Todd Ferrio, Sidney Shaw, Tommy Nolan, and Gregory, the Mr. Quick Class Step.
There is a main.
They jump off the launch pad, coming down the blacktop. Looks like it's going to be the action man, Carter Jackson, with the lead. Inside being held down now by the Fox trying to hold it, but no, he's on the outside, and he's trying to get it for number 2. He does, he loses rider down in the gap. On the drop off, no makes a move on the inside. Jackson goes a little bit high and drops back to number 2. The 29K, Tommy Nolan got the lead out of the exit, bringing him to that start turn. They come out of that turn, it's still Tommy Nolan, Curtis Jackson in for number 2. The Fox is in for 3, and Mr. Quick settles down the fairways, trying to get 3, settles back to the 4 spot.
Who'd we lose? I think that's Sid Shaw.
Got to ride down the old back there. That gap's got a way of reaching up there and grabbing hold of those tires and just grabbing onto them spokes, and it's stopping that thing dead in the air. Looks like Mr. Sidney Shaw back there, although, you know, I've got on the sheet, I've got number 39S, and I see a 9CT, so I don't know who he is, but I think it's maybe Mr. Sidney Shaw. How about giving him a hand back there? He went down kind of hard. Oh, Sidney's back up at him.
That's Joe. I think he's got a protest. No, maybe not. 14X. First time around.
Steve Blondin, Rob Lewis out of New York, and Timmy Bonaparte out of the Desert Supercross.
First big race as an expert for Steve. Good luck, Steve.
Well, we got about 7 riders out there, all of which you wanted, but the 21's got the jump, and the 21
there is a main.
got Mr. Danny Harris. Dan Turner got that national 2-1 plate, and Lewiston 2 gets back there, pedaling hard, in there for number 3. Out of the drop-off, you got Stereo, New York Riders in 1 and 2. Downside lead by the 10G. Doesn't have the pedals and still stays at number 3. We got a rider down out of that second slot, but we still got coming out of there, Clayton Helmet Freeman. National 21 player. It's a race for number 2 between Lewis and Gunter. It's a 3-race slam at the finish. Don't know who's got that one. Looks like the other man had a little slip and dropped them back for those other 2 boys to fight with. Moto number 8, 14-year-old expert in the second half of these
More
boys.
14Xs.
Johnny Crossan, Jason Wentworth, Georgie Conklin, Matt Geslickster, Sylvia, Brian Ziegler, and Ronnie Callahan. Lily with the swing right out now. The 5CT's on the outside trying to get the jump, but the Schlichter's got the pedals quick. But Ronnie Callahan and the NCS Powers is trying to get a hold of him too. 5CT, that's got to be Georgia Conklin on the double cycle with the ace player does it. Got the lead. Sylvia with a pedal slip drops back to number 4 right now. And it's going to be, looks like Conklin with the lead out of that thing. And the 02C is in for number 2 right now. We got Conklin out there, Callahan 2, we got Sylvia for 3. And that's not Callahan. That must be Conklin now.
Yeah, there is a protest with Joe. Moto 1.
Moto number 9, 12-year-old expert Sean Dean, John Polarius, Eric the Hammer Cameron, Chris Martinez, and Kevin Carter.
You're going to lose it, Joe.
Martinez takes number 1. Number 2 goes to
Joe, you could probably review this tape and see what happened.
How do you say that name anyway? We're in for number 3. Moto number 10, 12-year-old expert, Jonathan Eastwood, the Outlaw, Jesse Ullman, Eric Gould, Brian Andrew. Moto 28's up in the gates right now. We're looking at 18 to 20 cruisers. Jimmy Cunningham, Tommy Kuhn, Tommy Knowlton, Mike Savage, Joe Doherty. Gate comes down. The 34K has got the middle hole shot. We got Savage trying to find a line on the inside, trying to get a hold of it, but has to drop back to 2. He's got the pedals kicked in, though. He's trying to get by Knowlton on the inside, and he does. As he goes by him, though, gets a little high in the berm. Doherty gets caught in the draft and slips by Knowlton also. The 90K back there of Tommy Kuhn settles in for the 4 slot. Cunningham's back at number 5, but out of that 3rd turn, Doherty's got the hammers flicking, trying to get a piece of Savage, and here comes Knowlton. Woo, doggy! Woo, doggy! How'd that one finish out? You had Savage and Doherty and Knowlton side by side. You got Moto 29 up in the gates, 18 to 20 cruiser combined. Lester Webb, Mark Heckler, Sidney Shaw, Jared Strand. Gate comes down. It's Moto 29. They're coming down, looking like he wants to get a hold of this one. Is that National 1-0 of the Fox, Mark Heckler. Heckler's got the lead with the number 5, which has got to be Sidney Shaw in there for number 2. And if this is Mr. Scary, it's got to be Lester Webb in there for number 3. Number 4's got to be Mr. Jared Strand holding back there with the 26S. But out in front, your leader coming out of that 3rd turn, going to be Mark Heckler, national number 1-0, bringing him home. You got Shaw in there for number 2. You got Webb in for 3, and Strand settling in for the 4 slot.
14 beginner.
Moto 46. We got to have a car move with Toyota, with Casita. Boy, I don't know how to pronounce this name during the race. If your license plate is 329FOT, and it's a Toyota, we'd ask you to please move your car. It's in the way of something. I don't know where it is, but it's your car. You know where it is, and it's in the way of something. Well, I got him now in the back stretch, and we just lost 1. No, make that 2 riders. We got 1 rider riding. That's 14 beginner, and that's number 5. Huh.
Good try, Dan.
I don't have that number. What? I lose my mind? I didn't lose my mind. Got 92 up there. I did lose my mind. How's the Moto shoot? Oh, did I? No, because I got Pasquette here. I got Diamond Danny Boy here. Dan Pasquette, 92T. Someone's riding the plate that's not on here again. Your evidence, I'm lost. I'm never played this. I can on here, I'm lost. You're right. Well, that was 4-4, and the rest of the pack follows in. 17 and over novice combined, Moto 57, Bonacata, Dykeman, Nadeau, Kraus, you got Scott Nadeau, you got Wayne Nadeau, Fred Riccio, Billy Ellis, and Danny Bishop. 12-8 comes down the hill like about 14 times. It makes this time, and you've got the letter boy, wow, Billy Ellis out of the lead. And he puts him on that first turn, but Bonacata's out on the inside trying to hook a hold of him. But you still got Wild Billy Ellis with the lead, and Jason in there trying to get a piece of that action. The rest of the gang comes filing out of that turn, and the 03 is in there, and that's Wayne Nadeau, and the 02 is in there for number 4. And that's got to be Scotty Boy. Out of the turn, you got Ellison for number 1. Jason Bonacata's in there for number 2. That's the first set completed. Second time around. You got the hot rod. 17 over X. Moto number 1 comes out of the gate big time. Outside the ground control. Ground control over Major Powell. Ground control over Major Powell. You got Jerry Rodgers out there with the lead this time. And Duke. Mikey Duke out of the Empire State in there for number 2. You got Randy Raven in for number 3. And you got a big pile for number 4.
Wow. Secrets is dropping way back to 6th.
Waterbury with the lead one more time. Mike Duke's got number 2 and going to settle in. You got the rest of the heat behind him. And that's Randy Raven coming back. Jordy rolls by Raven. So does Secret. So does Olsen.
Fourth?
Maybe the rest of the pack goes too. But you got Jared Waterbury for the win. Well, number 2 is the other half of this group. 17 over expert. Here he comes down. You got the gentleman Savage on the inside, but you got the action band popping along that front ride real high on that first curve. That's Mr. Action. Curtis Jackson was the lead.
Look out, Greg. Look out. Good move.
And you got Curtis Jackson ruling the road. Inside move now. It's the Quickster. It's Mr. Craig Pasquette trying to hold on a second. So here comes Savage and Heckler on both sides. What are we going to do?
Good race. Good race.
And you got Mr. Pasquette Heckler for number 2 with Savage in there for 4. No down to the 5 spot. Both take number 2. Wyszynski settles for the 3rd. Moto number 7. 14-year-old Quick takes some power out of the gate this time. Up in the middle. We got the slam now on the inside of the 34. That's Mr. Lewis from New York. We got the attack here on the high side, right high. But then, turning the inside move, drives by Lewis. And here comes the attack man back to a little more Johnson. He's not done yet.
Steven, you look like you're running too easy in gear. Your legs are going, but you're not going anywhere.
Not giving up to Ghost, and he's still going after him. On that turn, another Empire State with Lewis on the inside. He's going to Dyson back and forth. Who's going to be? You got Taylor, you got Lewis, you got Dyson, 1, 2, and 3. 14-year-old Quick coming down the hill. It's Moto number 8 in the middle. It's Matt Sylvia. Sylvia's got the lead, but he's boosting it out right now with Johnny Crossan. Crossan riding with the MCS cars out there. He's got number 2 man down. And you got the 5cc of, I think it's Georgie Crossan out there, and the number 3 slot. Crossan makes a move on the inside of Crossan trying to get by him, and Crossan says, no, you hang back there. Sylvia's still got the boost off himself. So throwing out of that 3rd corner is our sister, Matt Sylvia, bringing in number 1. You got Crossan in for number 2, and number 3 in the A-square colors. 18, 20-year-old cruisers combined, busting down the hill. Knowlton wants to get a hold of it like it does. Knowlton's got a piece of it, and Savage has got the other half. Knowlton goes high, and Savage slides down with a real nice, pretty move like one I ain't seen in a long time. You got Tommy Kuhn in there for number 3. Joe Doherty's back there for number 4, and you got Jimmy Cunningham back there for number 5. So now they sort themselves out and come out the back stretch. Down that 3rd turn, you still got the gentleman Mike Savage in for number 1. Knowlton's going to hold down number 2 with those nice racing pants. Joe Doherty's in there for number 3. Tommy Kuhn in for number 4. And Jim Cunningham settles for the 5 slot. Moto 29 busts out of the gate. 18-20 combined cruisers at the other half of the Maniac crew. And the inside is the Fox, Mark Heckler. Heckler's got the lead, and it's Shaw right on his back door trying to get by him, but he can't do it. You got Lester Webb in there for number 3, and Jared Strand at number 4 trying to get by Webb. They come into the S's now, and this race belongs all to Mr. Mark Heckler. Out of that turn, the Fox brings him around, and you got Shaw in there for 2, Webb in for 3, Strand in for 4, and that's the way these boys are going to finish. 33 and 16, and it's 17-year-old cruiser class. Well, we lost Raymond last time in this thing. He bailed big time in the first turn. Went down with Miranda. But this time, the gate's down, and that National 1-4 plate is cooking, and the 33 of Dusty Donnie Olson's in for number 3. Inside push by Todd Asper. Now, we lose. Olson's down in the gap now. Asper's got the pedals on going after Raymond. Out of the turn, Raymond's at the high side. Here comes Asper on the inside. But no, Raymond pushes him back, and Sylvia asks, no! Randy dumps it over the S's. We got Asper out there for number 1. We got Randy down here in the S's. We got the 34 out there of Scotty Miranda in for number 2. And number 3 is going to be Russ Linder. Well, sometimes it's just kind of hard to hold your emotions, you know what I mean? Well, we had the bikes falling and the helmets flying there, and it was just trauma on the back stretch here. And that's Moto 45. Well, they jumped right out of the gate. It's Moto 46. It's 14-year-old beginners, and up the middle, you got that 39 doing his deal. That's 19, and that is David Demers. Demers has got the lead, the 52 of Mario Forcione's got number 2, and you got Didi Plaskett settling in for number 3. Diamond Dan Plaskett takes a kick on the inside of the berm, comes down off the top part of it. Still has number 3 though, and you still got Mr. Demers in for number 1. Out of that turn, David Demers brings him around. Mario Forcione's got number 2, and Dan Plaskett settles for the number 3 slot. They're bringing it back around. Don't forget, if you're looking for a pair of 1 1/8 inch tires, 1 3/8 inch tires, got some brand new wheels up there from Roscoe. Well, we got them now in the back stretch. What do we got? The 17-year novice combined class. Well, we got some experts combining there because you got Wild Billy Ellis out there doing it one more time, and you got Jason Bowen at top trying to catch it. The 38 of Charlie Krause is in there for number 3 right now. And you got a race for number 4 between the 02 of Scott Ledoux and the 90D of Scotty Dykova. But Wild Billy Ellis and other boys going to take this one home. That's it. I hear nothing about no more time. Mr. Potek. Third time around. Third one gets out of the gate. They're chipping out there. Big time. Fancy DXC gives it a hole. Trying to get it at number 7. It's there in Waterbury. Waterbury hooks him out that first turn. You got Seegers for number 2. And you got Raymond here for number 3. Here comes Duke. New York City's Mike Duke was down the crossbar. Slides back to number 5. That puts Birdie number 4 and somebody over the berm. You got Coach here at Mr. Waterbury here at number 1. Seegers for number 2 on that turn. It's going to be Darren Waterbury. Waterbury brings him around with Seegers behind him. And you got now Raymond and Doherty here for 3 and 4. Mike Duke settles back for number 5. Sonny, was that you? Well, Moto 2 jumps out of the gate, and they're coming down the hill, looking like he wants to get a hold of it, and the inside is going to be the action man. That's third is Jackson. Jackson brings him out of the turn now, and you've got Savage on the inside and Norton on the outside, and the Fox is in the wake. They're trying to get through that drop-off now. You got Jackson bringing him out of that turn. Inside move is going to be Savage now taking over.
Hang on and make the main, Greg.
Sliding back, you got Jackson and Heckler off the side of the F.
Oh, that's...
You lose 2 rows before they come out of that drop-off. You got Jackson trying to get back to Knowlton. You got Savage across the line, and you got Knowlton.
Greg, get up. Means the main.
Who's going to take that one? And Hot Rod Todd Berrier slides into the number 4 slot. The rest of the crew picks themselves up off the dirt.
Yeah. It's not going to matter much anyway. Make the main.
Here's the hot race for you. You got some Empire State boys, and you got the Zack Attack rolling this one out the last 2 times. It's Moto number 7. It's 14-year-old experts coming down the hill. It's a 34 out there. You got New York on the outside. You got New York on the inside, and you got the Zack Attack on the Manchester on the inside. You still got Lewis in the front and Taylor number 2 with Guy taking number 3. We lost a bunch in the first turn. We need a medic in the first turn. Bad. Out of the turn, we still got Lewis number 1, Taylor number 2, and Guy taking for number 3. Empire State coming out of the third turn, side by side, New York City boys. Almost wasn't it. Here comes the attack on the outside. Comes back again at the end. Looks like Taylor's going to have it. Guy taking for 2, with Lewis in for 3. Bosch closes to Steve Blondin for number 4. And you got Parker back still in the first turn trying to get him up. Doggy. Boy, they're running a little hot. Third moto, the muscles are set in. Hot races in store now. How about giving a hand to those guys in the first turn? They went down hard that first turn. Trying to get the inside line. Kind of hard to get sometimes. Number 3, and Allison Finkel in for number 4. Well, they come down the hill in fine fashion. It's the 18 and 20-year-old cruiser class. They come busting out, and it's going to be that gentleman, Mike Savage, in the lead. Savage got the lead, but Doherty's knocking on his doors big time. He's got his front wheel right behind Savage is treadled, and he's trying to find a way to get by him. And we got Kuhn and Knowlton back there for 3 and 4. Here they come now. It's going to be Savage number 1. We got Roland Joe Doherty in for number 2. Knowlton in for number 3. Number 4 is Tommy Kuhn, and Jimmy Cunningham in for number 5. Well, Dick, we're getting ready for Moto 29 right now. And it's the other half of that crazy 22 class. And here comes Fox with a pedal to the metal. But on the inside, it's Sidney Shaw. Sidney Shaw rides up a little bit high on that bird. And he puts Heckler back into number 2. We got Lester Webb in for number 3. And Jared Strand in for number 4. Whoa, he loses it there. Shaw loses it. But Knowlton, that's Knowlton to the last one. That's Heckler. And Heckler couldn't get by him anyway. Shaw loses it. Heckler couldn't get by him. We're down to the drag strip now. Down to the end. It's going to be Heckler. Shaw, who's going to be? 2+ for me to call. Heckler and Shaw at the line with Mr. Scary in for number 3. Meriden, Red Knowlton in for number 3. If you want to see insanity, watch this one. You got Randy Raymond on the outside. You got Miranda back here. You also got the 34 of Mr. That is Miranda. Huh. We got Miranda number 2. You got Astor in there for number 3. You got Olson in for number 4. And you got Mr. Linder in for number 5. But out of the S's, and this time he kept that baby up on 2 wheels. He got his helmet on, but he doesn't have his Jeffers class. It's Randy Raymond for number 1, Raymond in for number 2, Astor for number 3, Dusty Don in for number 4, and Russ Linder in for the Barnett. It's Moto 46. We got a 14-year-old beginner. We got a little sandwich going on here. He's got to close this baby down, trying to get 2 bikes to 1 place. That doesn't work too well. But I think we got a battle between Fort Gion and Demers out there. Diamond Danny's back there coasting on the old pedals.
Yeah, that'll teach you to coast, Danny. You could have had second there. Unless you got something wrong with your bike.
Number 2 by Mario Forgione. Forgione tries to lose it. Diamond Danny comes back. They both try to get together. Class A gets jacked out first. You've got Demers in for 1. Class get in for 2. And Forgione from North Cranford is number 3. This combined, this one belongs to who? I don't know. We had Ellis up there, but Bonacata is looking strong today. It's like he had his speedies from last night until this morning. Out of the gate, rolling down, Wild Bill Ellis brings him out of that turn. You got number 8 National Wild Bill Ellis out there doing those things like he's got Bonacata coming after him big time. Here comes Jason Bonacata now out of the dropout trying to get after him, but he's got about 10 bikes to make up. Here comes Ellis out, number 1 into the S's. Bonacata. We got the O3CT of Wayne Nadeau in 2nd and 3rd place. Wayne got a little bit screwed on the lost it, but that's going to be how it's going to go. And the 14B in 3rd spot, that's going to be Danny Bishop, number 4. Curtis Jackson, get up to the hill, man. Get up there. You need the action man at the top.
This would be the 17 and over X main.
We got 17 over expert main, we got a 10 novice main, we got a 12 expert main, we got a 14 expert main, we got a 15 novice main, and a 15 expert main, and a 18, 20-year-old cruiser main. Don't go away. We got the hot racing coming your way very shortly. Yeah, I know. Got all the boys up there ready to go. Carl Carlson from main 102 is missing. Come on, guys. Gotta get up there. You've been doing this stuff all year long. Get yourself together. Get up. We got moto number 1, 17 and over experts. We got Mike Stieglitz, Gary Waterbury, Mike Duke, Randy Raymond, Curtis Jackson, Mike Savage, Tom Knowlton, and Craig Glaskett, Mississippi, 17 and over, Maine. Good luck.
Yeah.
Well, they've jumped right out of the gate now. It looks like it could be anybody's ride, but it looks like the ground control man's got them skewed. Got the two, go! 3 or 4 of them in the pack, and Mike the Duke is still right after. I know that Duke wants to get a hold of him in the worst, but it's a long ride from New York City. So way out in front, it's going to be, what's his name? I know.
Take third and be happy.
Right. We got Waterbury in 1, we got Duke in 2, we got the Quickser, that's just a class kid at 3. Mike Pickens in for number 4. Number 5 is Mike Savage, and
Hang on. All right. You realize how close we came to getting run over there?
Yeah, I wasn't looking. I was going to see Jackson coming at me. Oh.
Got the action man singing the too early jump on the game blues.
Yeah, let's get this.
Yeah, good way to end it.
Right now, in second place, pushing on big time.
It's got to be a better feeling now.
Robinson colors. It's going to be Witkowski coming out of the second grade of the league. So now while Witkowski leads up, you got
good third, Greg. Danny, good third.
Spencer goes back to number 3, Dumas, Robert Lewis, John Crossan, George Conklin, Matthew Sylvia, and Ronald Callahan.
14X main. I'll pick Sylvia.
Oh, you got a red shirt.
Well, we jump right out of the gate now. It looks like it's going to be about 5 way tie over that table. Inside move, we got Lewis. We got Matt Sylvia. Sylvia's got the lead. We got the outside move here. Cloud Doctor. Turkish Conklin loses the pedal, and Lewis and Taylor get mixed up behind him. High-tech cars on the inside. Zach Geitek's got number 2 right now. Sylvia's got number 1, but Geitek's got a lot of heat on his back. Conklin's got the 5CT motor. Inside move. Trying to get by, you got Taylor and Lewis back there messing for 4 and 5. You got Sylvia 1, Geitek in for number 2, Conklin for 3, Taylor and Lewis in for 4 and 5. Sean Burney, good luck.
This must be 16X. I missed it. No, 15X. 15X.
Benny Ullman on the outside, but Greg Ullman. But Greg Williams says, no, it's going to be mine, and Williams gets his nose out in front. Williams on the lead, Price loses the pedal, then second to pack and gets his belt by the rest of the boys. Out of the turn, Williams has got number 1. The number 7 is in there, that's Benny Ullman. Number 3 is held up by number 12, is Luke Farrell. And Roston's up to the number 4 slot. Greg Williams is going to bring this baby home. You got Williams, Ullman, 1 and 2. 18 and 20-year-old cruisers, stick by your guns on this one, folks. You want to see some hot speed? You've got Tommy Kuhn, Tom Nolte, Mike Savage, Joe Doherty, Lester Webb, Mark Heckler, Sidney Shaw, Jared Strand. Good luck. Shot looks like number 1 wins the push in the middle, but the number 10 says no. That's the Fox out there on the outside. That's Bart Heckler leads out the way. Heckler's number 1, and we got Savage in for number 2. Shaw, Doherty, and Webb in 3, 4, and 5. We lose Savage. We lose number 1 in the gap. But you got Heckler number 1 out there, and following him is Mike Savage. Out of his turn. This race belongs to the Fox, Bart Heckler. Heckler is for 1. Savage is for 2, Sidney Shaw for 3, you got Doherty for 4, you got Noam for 5, Webb for 6, Kuhn's in for 7, and number 8 is going to have to be Mr. Strand.
Trophy dash coming up.
15-year-old novice, we seem to have some sort of discrepancy as to what is going on.
Nope.
So the fellas,
Billy Ellis representing Bethel.
Silver City, running for the speedball, we got Greg Williams.
Trophy dash.
Out of Bristol Thunder Alley, I believe that's Jason Bonatata. And for Trumbull Track, Sean Burney. So So you got Ellis up there at number 8 plate.
Come on, Jason.
Gate number 6 is Sean Burney with a 20 plate. Jason Bonatata sitting in there on gate number 5. And gate number 2, you've got Greg Williams. Next to you. Trophy Dash 1989 is underway. Cheer for your team. Out in front, looking around that first ring, it's Sean Burney right here. Called Brother Boy. Wow, Billy Ellis up the cut-off second, and Greg Williams is down there for number 3. Jason Bonatato's got the caboose right now. Watch what he's got to go. Williams goes down there, puts him in the back. Bonatato's out for number 3. But out in front, it's still a race. Who's got Mr. Sean Burney? Number track, Sean Burney. You got that for Ricky Josh Power, Billy Ellis. Number 3 is Thunder Valley Pistol Track, Jason Bonatata. And the speed bowler is you got Greg Williams. Nice running, boys. Good race. Trumbull Track takes down the trophy this year.